Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about trauma, childhood trauma, because I think that these topics are not talked about enough. So before you to think that trauma is accidents, trauma have to do with accidents, injuries, stabbing, shooting, death, heartbreak. But trauma is much deeper than that. And that is what a lot of us don't know. So I see trauma as the way you were loved as a child. As a child growing up, if you're not able to openly express your emotions, that affects you as an adult. And that is what we call trauma. As a child, if you had a parent who had their own emotions, who were battling their own emotions, and then they take it out on you, that also affects you as an adult. Some people deal with being overly judged. Some people face trying to express or explain their feelings to others and not being considered or not being listened to as a child. And those things affect you as an adult. Childhood trauma leads to becoming a people pleaser, which we already discussed in my previous video. As an adult, you often find yourself not asking for help because as a child, you ask for help either from your parents or from people around you, and it always resulted in harshness, or it always felt like it was punishment when you asked for help. So then you had no choice but to teach yourself to do things on your own and not ask for help. Childhood trauma may come back as a reaction. People may look like they are reacting, they're overly reacting, but they're not. They're reacting to that childhood wound that they are facing and living with. So we misjudge people wrongfully. I have witnessed a family which have two children, and the parents give more attention to one than the other. The parents are emotionally available for one child and neglects the other. The parents show one child more love than the next, and these things affect children as they grow, and as an adult they end up facing and living with childhood trauma. So we may see it as it is not much, but mental illness is a serious thing, and that is what a lot of our children are facing today. Now that child is older and living life with a lot of hurt, and we wonder why he is doing this or why she is doing this, not knowing that our actions or the parents' actions affect these children as they grow older. So the lack of love, the lack of guidance, the lack of care, parent not being there emotionally, these things affect children as they grow. And as an adult, you find yourself constantly thinking that bad things are going to happen because all you experience, all you know about when you were a child is conflict. Something bad is going to happen. Something's going to happen in the home. Something's going to happen around us. Something's going to happen in the neighborhood. So some people haven't healed from their childhood trauma. And that is why we find individuals reacting the way they are as a grown adult. There are a lot of men out there who hate their mom for not being there, for being unavailable, emotionally unavailable. And this is why they treat women the way they do, because they don't know how to love. They don't know how to love because they didn't receive the love that they would have needed back then. So then we as women ask ourselves, why he doing this? Why he doing this? What I doing that making he do this? What can I do better? Where did I go wrong? Not knowing that it's not us. It is that you are triggering something in that man that reminds him of the relationship he has with his mother. And this is not only for men, this can be happening to women also. So we don't know what people have been through. We don't know what people are going through. So just be a little kind, be more kind to each other, and try to think about positive things. When people react the way they do, think of it in a way that they're probably facing something. Not all, but most cases is their childhood trauma just triggering them as an adult. So we have to show more love. So much men out there are hurting and damaged. They're damaged so badly that they can't give you the love and the care that you deserve. These hurts can be neglect, can be the parent being emotionally unavailable. So sometimes it may not be you as an individual that is causing someone to treat you the way they are. It may be that they don't know if you really love them. It may be that they don't know if you really care about them. It may be that you are triggering something from their childhood, so they don't know how to really show you love and care wholeheartedly. There is a lot of unhealed trauma that people are going through. There's a lot of unhealed trauma. There's a lot of mommy issues, daddy issues, childhood issues that people are facing, and that is causing a significant impact in their adulthood. So sometimes we misjudge people. Sometimes we don't know the reason behind people's action. But when we look deeper into stuff, it may not be you as an individual. It may be that that person is facing and constantly fighting battles from their childhood or battles that they're currently going through. So just be a little kind. Childhood trauma can affect children in school, which is a result of their academic performance. Children becomes mentally disturbed by the constant conflict within the household, within their environment. They don't know how to focus at school because they're studying. Mommy and daddy always arguing, mommy and daddy always fighting, the constant ill treatment. Because in reality, when you as an adult are facing your own battles, it's going to be very hard to always pretend for your child. So living in an environment or living in a argumentative home, living in a home of conflict, it will affect the child, because the child is seeing the conflict, the child is seeing the things mommy doing, the things daddy's doing, and that is also gonna impact their performance at school. And we often will hear teachers say children are not focusing in class, children are not responding, children are not engaging, and we don't know the battles that children are facing mentally, studying the conflict between their parents, studying the conflict in their environment, in their household. So there's a lot of things that lead up to childhood trauma, and it affects you as you grow, as you get older. If you don't find a way to heal, or you don't find a way to heal those mommy issues, or resolve those mommy daddy issues, or those childhood issues, it honestly affects you as you grow. And that's why we have adults still living with it. We find children not being able to trust people as they grow up, because the ones they trust ill-treated them, the ones they trust disappointed them, the ones they trust were never emotionally available. So then they had to seek attention and seek love and seek trust within other people. So not trusting people is another sign of childhood trauma in most cases. So children just face a lot of things as they grow up, and they travel with it. So they may not speak about it, but they may be studying it. They may not show it on their outer appearance, but it impacts their education. It impacts the way they adapt in life. So we have to be very mindful of these things We have to be very mindful of the things we say to children. We have to be very mindful because children model our actions. We have to be very mindful of how we speak to children, how we treat children, and how we are showing up for children. We have to be more emotionally available for our children so that when they grow, they already grow in love. They already grow with love, and they can model that, they can give that to someone else. So we have to be mindful of the way we go about things in life, such as dealing with children, dealing with people, being kind, being understanding, putting ourselves in other shoes.